It is Fate's Voyage release day. I am Boulevard, not a brewer. So, gonna do my day one thing a little bit different this time around. Usually what I do is I understand how these things work, right? You have the people playing the new things, you have the people playing aggro, and then you have people like me that are playing to beat aggro, and I'll lose to the new stuff, but I do want to punish the aggro players day one. This time around, I'm doing something totally different. I have been scrolling through Twitter, and I have found a couple of content creators who have stuck out to me. We have Aikado, Roji, Nips, and Shadawx, and I snatched a deck up from each of them. And I am going to play each of these decks for the first time on ladder here and kind of see how it goes, sort of evaluate their deck building process. I played each of these decks once against the AI so that I could understand what the cards in the deck are, how it's supposed to function. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at each one of these, and then we're going to play it on ladder. So, we're still in the middle of LOR having a lot of issues with, like, the ranked ladder right now, so hopefully I don't run into an issue where I'm getting kicked out of games or anything like that. So, let's just go in order, right? So, we'll kick things off with Aikado LOR, who has brought for us a Samira and Janna deck. And this is just a draw card burn deck, right? You've got a lot of new cards in here, you know, using some of the explorer spells, just generating more cards, and essentially what you're kind of doing is cycling through your deck with updraft and just drawing into all of these burn spells. So the thing that's been throwing me off, especially while playing versus the AI, was that Howling Gale and Divine Whirlwind look very similar, especially when in your hand, and like one of them deals damage to a unit at slow speed, the other one is sort of more like a blowback at fast speed. But this deck is pretty cool. I'm not crazy about every card in here, but we'll talk about that later, you know, maybe as the game comes out. So this is what Aikado tweeted about. You can see it here, or maybe I put it up earlier. I don't know. The post Boulevard, work your magic. So let's take this straight to ladder. And again, I am not a very big burn player, so it's possible that I screw this up anyway. You know, that's kind of the beauty of this, right? Is like, this is how I'm kind of expanding my wheelhouse, right? We've got the Runeterra open in just 2 weeks from now, so I really got to hit the ground running in terms of determining what these decks do and what these cards are and stuff, and getting used to the names especially, because usually what I do, my MO, is I'll pick one deck and I'll just jam it for the whole season, and I don't think too hard about it. And the other cool thing is, like, I get to show off so many cool decks now because I'm playing these decks that the content creators probably aren't even playing day one, because they have so many, like, each of these people tweeted like 4 or 5 lists. I just grabbed an arbitrary one. So we're against Volibear Ionia. This is like a... FTR is not in standard, but like Mina Swiftfoot I think is. Now the standard thing comes back to me. Okay, Cloudwinder is probably the card that has felt clunky, but again, I played one game against CA, so I don't really know. We'll just try to get down early, right? It's Freljord Ionia. We should be able to punish them. Yeah, I don't think I can get a discount onto the Exalted Cloudwing early enough, so we're just gonna keep Samira and Miriam. Okay, this is the one. Howling Gale's the one that just hits a unit. The other one hits the Nexus and a unit. We'll just get Samira down. See where we can get going from here. This isn't a bad hand, though. Like, I don't think Howling Gale is going to be too useful here, but it's Ionia of Freljord, so I don't really know. I want to preserve my mana. I don't want to flare here for, you know, max damage value. Maybe I should be. Again, I don't really know what they're playing, so... I know that they're a late game deck, right? A Volibear deck is inherently going to go a little bit later, so maybe I should just be going full on aggro and flaring there. All right, they want to... I mean, they want to... They want to avalanche me. So what if I... Okay, check it out. We're going to flare. And we're going to refill our spell mana. And if I really want to, I can Samira's all out to save Samira. I don't think I'm going to do that, because we're playing Janna next turn. I think it's better to just play the Samira later on. But we knew that was coming. We were prepared for that. Turn 4, they shouldn't have anything, right? Ah, crap. I don't remember what the new cards are that generate the landmark that let you reduce the cost of Titanic units. So I don't know what I'm walking into at 4 mana here, but I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to develop. I don't have to go crazy on the early damage. This is a burn deck. Like, there's a lot of burn spells in here. It's very reminiscent of a lot of what we're seeing in, like, Eternal and stuff like that. Okay. So I do get to push a 4 damage here. 13's a great spot to have him at, but they've got Deny. They've probably got a little bit of healing in here. So I still don't think they can drop anything. Ooh. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, okay. Actually playing that card. Well, we'll see if they have Avalanche number 2. And even if they do, we're still drawing 3 cards next turn. This is a very, like, combo-oriented style of burn deck. It's very different from a lot of decks we've had in LOR. It feels similar to something we've had in the past, but I can't quite put my finger on what. Okay, no Avalanche is good. How greedy do we get then? Because I kind of want to, like... I want to lead with Janna and see if they Avalanche. Get rid of the Howling Gale. We'll keep the Divine Whirlwind. Okay. And that's fine. Because that lets us get down Samira and our other guy. Hit him down to a pretty good level here. I didn't expect anyone to main deck the Volibear spell, but here we are. I feel really good about this position. I've got 5 burn in hand. This is just 3 to a unit, 2 to the next. That's gonna be the one that like takes a little bit of getting used to. Okay, and that's how. Do you see what I mean by like how similar they look when they're in your hand? It's just, especially when you don't have them hovered like this, right? And you can kind of not see the Janna, and you just see 2 whirlwinds facing different directions. It's like a little confusing. They still can't even play Volibear here. Oh, so they're just trying to use board wipes to level Volibear. It's kind of sad that they've board wiped twice. They've only got 16 damage in there. If they pass, I think I'll develop Saboteur, and then if they pass again, then I'll pass. But I don't want to... I think I can develop a little bit, because then if they get trigger happy, then I can develop more. I can rebuild, right? But they are in a pickle here. Okay. That is not great for you, my friend. But I'll take 8. I'll even draw one, actually. Wait. Yes, that one.
Always got what I wanted. Now I gotta find what I need.
Perhaps the answer lies in others, not yourself. Let's get to work.
I don't think I'm worried about using any of these burn spells right now either, while they're tapped out of Deny mana. I think I should be good to just go for the attack and run it from there. And now that Samira's leveled, I don't even have to, like, preemptively flare. I've even just got 1 shy of lethal, right? I've got 6 damage off of my, Okay, this is burst speed. I was worried this was focus speed for a second. This should be lethal. I don't think there's anything they can do here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. Burn by Aikado has been a success. We saw the Samira, we saw the Janna. That deck actually, that was kind of everything you wanted to showcase in a deck like that, right? So, pick up our first ladder win. Okay, it looks like the bugs are going on where I'm not getting LP, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're not here for the LP. So now we're going to move on to Grandpa Roji and their Volibear Illaoi. The reason that I picked this list from Roji is because Roji has spearheaded a lot of really interesting Illaoi builds. Pretty much ever since Illaoi came out, you've seen Roji with a different Illaoi build every format. The big one that I think he was really kind of known for was the pink Illaoi. I think he called it Flying Illaoi. And I believe there was like one meta where that was actually like mainstream and really good, but he's been on that one for a while. So what we're looking at here in terms of like synergies. Because I don't think there's... it would just be Nagakaboros, right? For the 8 health. Just kind of a... yeah, I guess this is just kind of a... not looking for any crazy synergies. It's just like the tentacle package is good. Nagakaboros is a good card. It does have that slight synergy within Volibear. And I think this one, on the surface level at least, this does look a lot more like something that is just made to play day 1 new cards, as opposed to like, this is a long-standing meta staple. It's like we found the synergies, and we'll give it a shot. And yes, I bought the skin bundle. So, you know, we saw the Janna skin last game. You're going to see the Volibear skin this game. Asol Volley. Targon's peak rotated, so it's not that. But it is probably just like ramp into fatties. In which case... I don't even know if I want Omen Hawk. I don't think I want Omen Hawk. I think I want to try to find that Illaoi curve. Ah, we whiffed on it. I wanted like, you know, Idol into C's Voice into Illaoi, right? Like the Illaoi Swain curve that made that deck a problem. Not in a bad spot though. But this is rough. And I'm only showing 1 game for each deck. So if I lose on it, then I lose on it. If it draws bad, maybe then that's when I'll go for an actual like reshoot, but... oh, that's an issue. Well, it's not really an issue, right? Because we're going C's Voice. And I can actually Tidal Invocation that to... ooh, even just smash it. Ah, but they have Hush. We have to be cognizant of Hush. Now we don't. So we attack with both, and they block with the Youngling. Then we get to Tidal Invocation, take it out. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. Alright, it's hard to tell based on what we just saw if they run Avalanche or not. They very well could. What a good play. I'm gonna do it too. I think I just let you chip me. And then am I eyeing here? I guess it depends on the draw. We do have options. Okay, yeah, it's eye into combat. This is a Frostbite check. Please show me 1 Flash Freeze or 3 Sisters or something of the like. But the one thing you really got to keep in mind is that when you're playing against something like Asol Volibear, like they're very late game, they only have 5 cards in hand. It's very possible that they're clunky, and because they already have 2 Sigil the Storm down, they might be dropping a Rond the Magma Serpent this turn, so we got to push damage. Because I'm dropping a Rond next turn. And then I'm dropping a Nagakaboros. Okay. They gotta soften up my tentacle. Let me rebuild that a little bit real quick. I think it's more important to get the tentacle going because I have Nagakaboros rather than like a Minhawking there. But I didn't think too hard about it if I'm being honest. This card's really, really strong from the looks of things. Sick play, buddy. Now run your Ron the Mag... Now Kith. Now Kith. Shit. I can't jam Nagakaboros and that thing. What are they at? 16 out of 50 on their Volibear. I'm at 31, so I guess we just send this in. And I think I just accept that trade. It doesn't seem worth it to let my Ron live at 1 when my main goal is to get down my Nagakaboros here. This can't save anything. So my C's Voice isn't in play. It's kind of rough. Did I lose anything? No. The good news is I'm about to have double Nagakaboros, and that seems strong. Obviously, it's going to be a little awkward that my tentacles are like bouncing off of this She Who Wanders every turn, but... So maybe I just take that. And then I summon this to get the tentacle out of the range if they have a second one. And now next turn I'll have a 10/10 tentacle. I fight for this. I can't not fight for this. What's the threshold on you? Okay. It's been so long since I've seen the Nugboros Tantrum. Okay, so yeah, I just do need to focus on getting Tentacle as big as possible. Yeah, they're kind of puzzled now. Now what do you do? Can't play a fatty. This thing's about to go to 11 attack. Crap, they had a second one. That's fine, though, because I'm spawning into a 4/4 Tentacle. So I'm just down to hit the pass button here. Because, I mean, realistically, what else am I going to do? Crap. That's not good. We save... This turns into an 11/11. And this has Overwhelm now. If we save this... This goes to 5. I think I'm dead here. So we might as well save the Tentacle. Kind of see where we go from there. But, yeah, they just... I just... That She Who Wanders really hurt. It's kind of all it really was. Oh, right. The round has to end. I was like, why is this Volibear not leveling yet? Yeah, I think they disconnected. It's not like we're playing for LP anyway. Forgot it sent the Nugboros into combat too. Okay, that one's a victory because Riot will not allow us to lose with the Roji deck. Really channeling the main character energy. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at Nips's Volibear deck. Nips, I think, posted the most decks, and they actually ended up breaking it down further because they had a Bard deck that they split into 3 Bard decks. So this is Taliyah Volibear. So one thing I did get to test in my AI match is I had... what do you call them? A Sigil of the Storm, and I Taliyah'd it, but I only had 1 Sigil, and it just made it to 2 Sigil. So what I don't know is, if I have 2 Sigil, do I go to 4 Sigil, or do I go to 3? That I do not know. My gut says, I actually don't know, because it doesn't, create a copy and then merge them together. It just ticked it up by 1. So I actually don't really know how Taliyah would interact with, 2 Sigil, if it would double it or if it would just add 1. I could really see it going either way. So we are, as you can see here, a sort of a landmark deck. Oh, a little bit of ramp, just some fatties, and using Taliyah with some Sigil of the Storms to accelerate us into the late game, drop some fatties. Pretty similar to what our opponent from the Roji game just did with the Ionia. Were they Ionia? I don't remember. Have I played 2 Ionia Volibear? Okay. Got another Volibear matchup. We're just getting all these Volibear decks out of the way. I actually kind of like Rite of Negation, but I don't think I can keep Rite and Volibear. I actually don't think I'm allowed to keep Volibear. Maybe I have to keep Volibear. I'm going to try keeping Volibear. It is a Volibear deck, after all. Okay, so we can turn 7 Volley at the moment. Just a nice and quiet early game. Don't really know what to expect out of... In terms of archetype coming out of my opponent, I don't think Noxus is a particularly good region for the Sigil of Storms. So I'm curious kind of what they got going on here.
What do you seek and what do you offer? This way. That way.
Alright, so this is... Oh, you're gonna pop my landmark. That's not the end of the world. Why do I have so many rock hoppers? This isn't the intended purpose of this deck. Okay, you are conservatory, interesting. I don't really want to... Ah, I should have pulled that. I forgot it had vulnerable. We miss out on a damage here. We'll see if that ends up being relevant.
Johnny, wanna play with tippers?
Okay, that sounds like fun.
I think my Taliyah levels here. Or just about does. But that's the other thing. If you Taliyah a sigil, it doesn't progress the Taliyah level up.
Spell embers.
That's definitely something that's important. So I think we just like go wide here.
Second place is fun too. No one likes a bad winner, Sammy.
Because if I hit the sigil, then A, they just pop it with their alchemy card, or whatever you call explorer card. And then I don't get a Taliyah level up. And Taliyah level up's really cool because it progresses Volibear level up a lot. Because then she's 10 damage if she touches Nexus. This is a really big open attack on my part, and I have like Fury of the North back up. Feeling pretty confident here. Actually, yeah, you can go there.
Throw another rock.
Don't make me hurt you.
I'm iffy on... Yeah, I'll go for lethal here. Because I have the Fury back up, so we'll see what they have to present here. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not super inclined to fight over this any further. I'm actually really down to just let Annie die at 5 out of 6. Actually, I don't even think... Well, so I could have gone for lethal by entombing the Annie, I think was my lethal line there. Yeah, it would have been entombing Annie, which... Honestly, if that backfires, we're in a bit of a pickle. I think it had a good shot of working out, but... I also feel very confident in my current situation. Obviously, I could get hit with... Well, no, actually, I can't even get hit with Buried Nice. They don't have the mana, so... Probably are just chilling.
I did not abandon Orn's Forge just to dither in the snow.
Just make another guy. We're just gonna say Volibear post-combat, because if we play Volibear and get hit with Buried Nice, man, do we look goofy. So we're just gonna swing for lethal. Let's see where this takes us.
Round is mine.
What's your favorite animal?
We have lethal from a lot of directions, and the front door is open.
He will crush.
I'm actually blitzing through this a lot faster than I thought it would. I don't know why. I always misjudge how long it takes to like do gameplay, because I don't do it very often. Okay, so last up we have one of the coolest decks in my opinion, which is Shadawx's Nilah Janna. So we are getting every new champion in here as well. We are getting Nilah with the Janna, and this is, yeah, this is like very much a combo-y deck. Very much like the Storm Janna type stuff that everyone was kind of theorizing. Very elemental focused as well. You know, we've got 3 copies of Deluge. We've got the Sunken Temple in here. So, like, this is the one that we are definitely most likely to take a loss on. But given that we've been running into all of these Volibear decks, you know, maybe no one's playing aggro. Maybe we can actually just, like, pop off. Okay, yeah, we've run into 4 different Volibear decks. People really like Volibear, which is not surprising. You definitely go. I don't... Really want to keep Janna. I don't know if I want to keep that kind of curve, though. I don't know. This deck, like, this is definitely something that you would have to practice a good amount, and I don't even know how good it is. But this is the one that, as you know, I was showing the tweets. Shadawx said that he was watching Aikado and Majin in the early access, and that's how he came to the conclusion of, like, this deck, so... No, Nilah. My pretty skin. This was definitely the most fun one to play in the against the AI though, because it was really fun to just deluge and then pop off. I'm not trying to Tidal Invocation that. Cool thing about Tidal Invocation is that it does what you kind of always wanted. Actually, they don't have an answer for this. Well, I guess the question is, am I Sunken Templing? Maybe I'm pitching Sunken Temple. Oh, but Sunken Temple's so good. Ugh. All right, we're gonna go for the content plays here. Since well, I'm thinking too hard about this. So what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna Slipstream and Sunken Temple, and because discarding fleeting cards. So in a normal card game, you go end step triggers, and then you go to what's called the cleanup phase. And the cleanup phase is the absolute last thing that happened, and that is where you discard down to hand size. So in a normal card game, the cleanup phase in theory is when you discard your fleeting cards. But I don't know if that's how it works in LOR. So what I'm going to attempt here for science is I'm going to Slipstream, and then I'm going to Sunken Temple. And we're going to see if I lose the fleeting cards, or if I get a much bigger hand because I have Sunken Temple. Yeah, they haven't played any Explorer. So, good to drop this, right? Alright, let's see how this goes. I don't know if the order I played them in matters either. Oh, sick! Alright, yeah. So this should go into my deck fleeting at the very least, but we are cycling. Ooh, our Nilah is level 2, yeah. Here we go. And the thing about Nilah is her skill doesn't go on the stack. Shit. I don't think I can save her. Yeah, she's just going down.
Even this is bliss.
Let's cast some cards. Didn't hit a deluge. There at the we did prevent what the hell? Oh god, what is that? We did prevent them from playing the fire snake. So that's cool. No real point in having out 2 Sunken Temples. Oh no, I did play 1. I guess I gotta get this guy down as a blocker anyway. Oh, Slipstream's an elemental. Sick.
Expand your mind and act. You will not succeed.
I kind of want to save my Tidal Invocations for once I have, you know, more, once I have updrafts, or not updrafts, deluges resolved, so that I can actually, there we go. There's my deluges. There's my Janna. Kick things off with Deluge, be a content creator. This is really annoying though, this Riot card back sitting in the middle of my hand. I'd also like spell mana. We're not casting you this turn, so.
I answer.
Ooh, let's get a tidal wave train going. I'm scared. They can still like Volibear. So I'm trying to like get them to Volibear before I play Janna. I think if I go to combat, then they'll be like, oh, okay, nothing's happening. This is my Volibear opportunity. Because I think I might just have to pass here. Okay, we got him. I was gonna say I can't really afford to develop Janna, then get hit by Volibear, and then have no units going into the next turn.
Fill your lungs and cry, Janna. Storm unrelenting.
Oh shit. Actually get to kill them both. This is what I was, I don't remember if I finished my thought earlier, but Tidal Invocation works like you kind of always wanted Vile Feast to, where you spawn equal to the damage you deal. Which, you know, has its downside, where if you don't deal any damage, then you don't spawn. Are we getting double? So if I can augment it into a fast spell, I can level Janna. But I also lose the augmented to the avalanche, so that's kind of awkward. But we'll see. Crap. Take this though. Because then I can play the Miriam Temple Keeper. Yeah. Unfortunate. So I can play this. I'm gonna draw one.
I'm here in Janna's name.
Let me block. Or you develop. They're really low on cards. They're like lower on cards than I thought they were. But now I can Crashing Wave to kill the Volibear and get a Colossal Wave in my deck, which should be pretty cool. Oh, this thing's a... Wait, does this deal 6? Holy crap, this deals 6 to the Nexus. Wait a minute. Did I just like have lethal with burn or something? Yeah. Oh, wait. Whoa! Holy moly. We're cooking. Could dump another 4. Oh, I thought they were hushing. I thought they were about to hush before my turn ended so that I couldn't do any more. Oh, perfect. I gotta set up lethal. Alright, we're drawing 2 cards here. 3 cards here. Because I still draw for turn. So we go into combat, and if they frostbite, then we Eye of the Storm, figure it out from there. Alright, so that is 4 content creator decks and 4, well, 3 wins. Let's be real, we lost the Roji game. Our opponent disconnected, but we were 100% losing there. So out of these, Volibear, not my favorite. I definitely like the Janna decks a lot more, which makes sense to me, right? I'm much more of a combo player. I always have been. So it makes sense to me personally that I'm going to prefer the Janna decks. I think I like Nips's Volibear deck more than I liked Roji's Volibear deck. I really don't like I didn't like this one, really. I don't see the synergy between the Illaoi and the Volibear package. I think it's like cool for day one. I don't think it's lasting. Not to say I think Nips's deck is lasting either. I think, as we saw from running into 4 Volibear players, everyone's experimenting very heavily with Volibear, trying to figure out what is the best way to be playing this champion. in the meantime, I think Janna, funny enough, is actually more straightforward in terms of what makes her good, just because she's in the burn region. So, especially with like new burn spells coming out. As far as like Aikado's deck, I didn't really like the Exalted Cloudwinder. The stats on it are just too small. The 3/2 quick attack just doesn't do it for me. I think, and that's something I noticed the first time I played, because when I saw this thing for 5 mana, I expected it to be a 4/3 minimum. And then out of Shadawx's deck, I actually liked pretty much everything. I don't know, like, this is definitely a day 1 deck, right? Like, the Delusion, the Tidal Wave is fun and cheesy. I don't know if that's going to last. I think it'd be pretty cool if it did. Give us old Go Hard vibes. But that has been my day 1 experience. I'd be Plat 3 normally, but I didn't gain any LP, I think. Yeah, we're bugged, so... go ahead and check all these people out. The tags there are their Twitters, so feel free to check any of them out. They all build decks pretty consistently, so give all of them a follow on Twitter, and then check out their other socials from their bio. Thank you so much for watching. This has been fun. I will probably continue this on expansion releases and stuff like that, but yeah,